Happening today, House Republicans leading the first impeachment hearing of Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas over his handling of the migrant crisis. Customs and Border Protection telling NewsNation there were over 302,000 migrant encounters in December alone. That is a monthly record. As House Republicans move forward on impeaching Mayorkas, Senate Republicans are hammering out a deal with him on border security that could be announced as soon as next week. We'll see. So that means the House GOP may soon face the dilemma of voting on measures brokered in part by the very man that they're trying to remove from office. I know there are a lot of different layers here to follow, but joining us now is Florida Republican Representative Garlos Gimenez, member of the House Homeland Security Committee. Congressman, thanks for joining us this morning.
It's my pleasure.
I wanted to just start off with the fact that today's hearing is really the first major step in an effort to attempt to impeach Secretary Mayorkas. Can you give us any sort of idea of what we might learn from this hearing?
I think what you're going to learn from the Republican witnesses are the cost that the failure of the Biden administration and Secretary Mayorkas in protecting America is costing individual states and Americans at large. And so that's what we're going to hear from them. And then from the Democrat witness, I expect that he's going to say that these are not impeachable offenses. Impeachment should be used in very rare circumstances and try to talk us out of it. And so I think that's what we're going to learn today. And I don't think we're going to learn anything new. I mean, a lot of what is going to come out today is been widely reported. Yeah. The total failure of the Biden administration at the border and Mayorkas' policies, and then also the danger that it poses to America, not only from this mass migration of immigrants coming into the United States, but also the lack of protection that we have at the border that allows fentanyl to come in. It's killing tens of thousands of Americans.
Yeah. When you say, don't think we're going to be in for anything new, I feel like that's been kind of the story of all the other hearings when Mayorkas has been in the hot seat in the past. Where do you stand specifically on impeaching him? Do you want to see him impeached, and do you think that's the right move?
Well, look, I sit on the panel, and on the committee, so I'm not going to tell you do I believe he needs to be impeached. I've said it from a long time that I believe that what's happening at the southern border is on purpose. I don't believe it's lawful, and so but I'm willing to hear testimony that counters my assumptions at this point, and then we got to go through the process, and then we'll have a vote on it, and then I'll make up my mind at that time, but. Look, I've been a very vocal critic of the Biden administration and their handling of the southern border. Mayorkas has been, his chief knight in that quest to subvert, I believe, the will of Congress and to violate the law. And so, yeah, at this point, it's going to take a lot to unconvince me, but I can be unconvinced that
going into it open.
Actually, I'm going with an open mind, but okay. Look, I can't tell you that I'm not a little bit prejudiced here, because I do believe that what's happening there is not good for America.
Yeah, I think most people, no matter what side of the aisle you sit on, can realize and acknowledge this is far beyond a crisis at this point. Committee Chairman Mark Green is claiming the Biden administration took advantage of lax border security intentionally, allowing migrants to enter the U.S. illegally. Sir, is there any evidence to back up that claim aside from just the sheer numbers that we've seen cross over? And also, what would be the motivation behind intentionally allowing illegal immigration?
Well, I've always felt that this has been intentional from the get-go. You can't be this dumb. I mean, we've had witnesses after witness that our Customs and Border Protection agents and higher-ups tell us that they have advised the Biden administration and Secretary Mayorkas in particular of what they needed to do, the policy changes they needed to implement in order to stem this flow, and they refused to do it. And so, it doesn't take rocket science. We know what we need to do to fix it, to stop it. They just refuse to do it. So it's done on purpose. Now, why? I don't have the answer to that. Why it's done on purpose, why you would want millions of immigrants to come into the United States, to put them in danger, in peril. Actually, the voyage itself is a dangerous voyage, enriching the international, criminal cartels that are part of this human trafficking. They're making billions of dollars a year on human trafficking. And then, because of these resources being diverted to this flow of immigrants, not being able to control the border and control the stem of fentanyl that's flowing into the United States, and again, it's killing tens of thousands of Americans. Why they're doing that on purpose, I can't answer it.
And thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.